Welcome to another episode of the For the Love of Cricket podcast with Jim and Akim. We'll be doing a review of the game earlier today between Bangladesh and New Zealand. Bangladesh bat first. They batted 50 overs, made 245 for 9, and it was a simple chase for New Zealand in the end. Your thoughts on the game?
I think it was a good performance from New Zealand. They're really rolling in the tournament. Uh, Bangladesh batted first and got 245. I think it was a decent effort from them. I thought they would have gotten a bit less, but Mamadullah played a good hand towards the end of the innings, and that ended up propelling them to 245. I think New Zealand bowled well. Mitch Santner, as always, was very good. 10 overs for 31, picked up 1 wicket. Trent Boult was good. Lockie Ferguson was good as well. And Matt Henry bowled fairly well. I think the use of the short ball was very good from New Zealand in this game. Lockie Ferguson bowled it well, and he was able to ruffle some Bangladeshi feathers. It really pushed them back. Got Shakib out. That was a notable wicket. Matt Henry used a slower ball, so it was good execution from New Zealand.
Alright, the Bangladesh is Tigers, so how did they get feathers? Interesting looking at the Bangladesh scorecard. It seems that, when we used to go to school, we used to play what we call bush cricket. It's really tennis ball cricket, right? And when you pick a team, you would stretch the batting order. So you put a good batsman first, and you put one more in the middle, and you put one more
towards the end.
What Bangladesh seem to be doing. The experiment with Mehedi at number 3. Last World Cup, that was Shakib, and he did well. So they put Litandas first. They put Shakib and Mushrika in the middle, and then put Mahmudullah at the end. So it's like the edge in the bets through the innings. So we lose early wickets, we have the 2 senior pros in the middle to hold it together. If that doesn't work, we have Mahmudullah at the end to get us to some semblance of a total. That is the only reason I could say for the batting order being structured like this, and Mahmudullah batting at 8 and not bowling.
Yeah, it's confusing. He hasn't been bowling a lot in recent times. He's been more of a batter, an all-rounder, almost like a finisher sort of player. I think he's probably a better player than that. I feel he's being underutilized, but that is how the Bangladeshis see the cookie crumbling.
Trent Boult, he bowled well. I think outside of Mitchell Starc at the moment, he's a he's probably the best one-day bowler going around right now. Mitchell Starc is at a legendary level, and then you have Trent Boult. He's doing some ridiculous stuff, and I saw he added another delivery, the knuckleball, to his arsenal. So now he has the outswinger, the cross seamer, the 3/4 ball, a half cutter, and now the knuckleball, and he's gotten 3 wickets so far in the World Cup, 1 in each game from the knuckleball, which is quite interesting. You think that would have been as a result from his retiring from international cricket and spending a lot of time in T20?
Definitely. I was just about to say he is playing a lot more franchise cricket now. He has decided to go down that path, and as such, he needs to add more skills and more tools to his arsenal. So this is just something else that he's added. He was already a phenomenal bowler, and it's just an even more tools to the arsenal and a great skill to add.
Can you say welcome back to Lockie Ferguson?
Welcome back, Lucky. I think it was a very good bowling effort from him. He bowled with good energy, good pace. In the post-match interview, he spoke about the plans and how they wanted to execute to the Bangladeshis, especially against the middle to lower order. I feel like some of the batters would probably be disappointed in how they got out. Shakib for one, as a senior player, but it was good execution from Lucky.
Notably for me, he bowled quicker than I have seen him. This is the quickest I've seen him bowl coming out of from the England series, coming into this game, and he bowled the third fastest ball of the tournament today, 148.
Yeah.
So that's good for him going forward. If he had continued on the on the trajectory that he was in, would have been seen Tim Southey back in the lineup with a broken finger, and he hasn't been that good of late either in one day cricket. So Lucky has an extra pace, and if he can get it right, then it can pose problem in the middle of the innings for teams.
For sure.
New Zealand's batting effort.
First of all, I was surprised that Will Young was excluded from the team. I thought that he would have played. Chapman was in. Outside of that, it was a very good effort from New Zealand. It was a calculated chase. Devon Conway got another start in this game. He got 40 plus, got out trying to reverse sweep to Shakin. Ravindra fell early. It's probably the only blemish on this tournament thus far. But he was asked to open the innings in this game. Kane really dropped anchor in this innings and set the foundation for the chase. And Daryl Mitchell was brilliant. He's somebody that I spoke about before the start of the tournament, before the England game, and I said that he would be a very key player for New Zealand in these conditions. I believe that he is very underrated. He has the tools to perform well in these conditions, and he executed well today. It was innings that really complemented Kane's knock, and he accelerated just when he needed to, and he really took charge of the innings and got 89 not out, I believe. A very good knock.
Let's look a little bit more at Kane. I thought, as someone who has a lot of experiences with knee injuries, 6 months to come back from a ligament damage, torn ligament, is a bit quick to me. I understand he's at the highest level and has the best care. And I decided not to make a comment about him coming back to play the World Cup previously. Seeing him bat today, he start in the field, he didn't look himself.
Like himself, that's true.
When he was batting, he was hobbling around. What do you think? You think it's too soon?
I think it's a bit too soon. I feel more than anything, it would probably be a case of team management pushing him to come and participate in this tournament, to lead the team. They know the importance of somebody like Kane to the unit. He's a world-class batter, world-class performer. And the experience that he would provide and the skills in these conditions, timely, very important. He missed the first 2 games for New Zealand, and I, for one, feel like he probably won't feature in all the games in this group stage. Definitely won't feature. He already missed 2.
I think he'll miss the next one.
Yeah, and I think it will be a case of them trying to manage him and to nurse him through the tournament. So, it's interesting. It's definitely something to look at, but we'll see how Kane goes throughout the tournament for New Zealand, because I expect this New Zealand team to go deep into the tournament.
He also got hit on his
That was
left thumb today.
It was unlucky. It seems as if
And he looked to be in a lot of pain.
he spoke after the game and he said that it was a bit discolored, so they're hoping that it wouldn't be anything too serious and that he would be good for the next game. So fingers crossed for Kane and for the fans of New Zealand.
Darren Mitchell, you spoke of his innings. It was a pretty good one, as you said. An interesting point to note for Darren Mitchell. Well, Darren Mitchell and Kane Williamson. Back to their bowling. New Zealand's bowling. Kane Williamson, I'm wondering if he miscalculated his overs. Darren Mitchell, I don't think he's much better than a sixth bowler, seventh bowler in a 6th or 7th bowler in a game.
I think he's a 7th bowler.
Kane miscalculated his bowlers. I think he was trying to finish the Bangladesh innings quicker than the 50.
Yeah.
It never really worked out. Mahmudullah ensured that. Darren Mitchell, his first over of the game, being the 50th over of the innings. And you're, at one point, I saw them pan to the bowling coach, Alan Dana, like, he said, what the hell is happening here?
I think that was a bit of a mishap on Kane's part. It happens to the best of us. But yeah, that definitely was not something that would have been pre-planned, for sure.
As a captain yourself, bringing on a part-timer for the last over and seeing the first ball being planted over the side screen, what would you be thinking at that moment?
I would just want the over to be completed as soon as possible. I would have a very uncomfortable feeling in my stomach, but for sure, we just want to get that over and done with, for sure.
Bangladesh's bowling effort was pretty good. I just think they were 60-run short.
Yes, I believe that the new ball pair were very good. They looked threatening. They got the wicket off Ravindra and they were threatening. They looked like they could have gotten wickets in that period. I feel like if they had picked up maybe another wicket or two, the chase would have been a bit more difficult for New Zealand. Kane really came and got them through.
Typical Kane innings.
Yeah, typical Kane innings. He was patient and watchful, got them through a tricky new ball spell, and Conway also batted well throughout the period. But I feel like the new ball pair especially bowled well for Bangladesh.
They went at around 5. Mustafi's a 4.5, Shariful at 5, so it was a good effort. Shakib?
He was okay. I think probably not one of his greatest performances. He would have loved to be a bit more threatening in this game. He's somebody that has to carry the brunt of the bowling for Bangladesh, especially through the brunt of the cricket for Bangladesh in this tournament and just throughout the cricket. And it wasn't that great today. Didn't stand out. Mehdi didn't stand out either in this game, and that's one of the reasons that they weren't able to pick up wickets in the middle overs and create more pressure on New Zealand.
I think their effectiveness was dependent on the runs. The pitch wasn't spinning.
Yeah, it wasn't.
The runs, and New Zealand could just score at, they needed 5 and over basically. It's not very difficult for them to do that. Just tick around. No need to take on any good deliveries. Just sit and wait for anything slightly loose and take advantage of that.
And Kane and Mitchell really batted deep, and with wickets in hand, you knew that they were always going to get the runs. They really set the chase up, so there was no real need to take undue risks early from both of them.
Shakib came off the field.
Yes,
with some quad injury. Now, wouldn't it be interesting if you were Tamim at home? It's a Shakib come off the field. It's highly likely it's a strain. There's a possibility he might be missing games because of it. Now, if Shakib only plays 5 or 6 games at the tournament, and Tamim wanted to play only 5 or 6.
Life is a funny old thing, ain't it? It's a funny old thing. The irony of the whole situation.
If you were Tamim, would you be sending him a message saying, hey man,
what's going on there?
Thought you were fully fit through the whole entire tournament. The openers are struggling. It would have probably been a good move to take time, right? All other teams are bringing injured players anyway.
Yeah, that is true. Everybody seems to be nursing someone through the tournament.
So, I say Australia have somebody at home waiting for him to get better to fly him in. So, who knows? Anything else?
That's it from me.
That's the end of today's episode. Thank you very much for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys.